Hey guys, welcome to tutorial number 7, and today what we are going to build is about bus service screen with a Kivy MD Backdrop. But if you did really follow my tutorial series, you will realize that we actually already did something like this in tutorial number 4. So if you go to the table of content, you can see that in tutorial number 4 we actually built a backdrop in which we use it for the bus stop screen, and then we use the front layer for the bus stop map view and the back layer for the bus stop list. So this is also what we did in the last video, in which we will have bus stop and then the bus services that are available at each bus stop. Well, if you learn about tutorial number 4, then I'm sure you are able to create this bus service screen on your own, because what is going to happen is, as you click this bus services button, it's going to bring you to this screen, and in the next tutorial we are going to create map view on the bus service screen, and then we are going to have all the bus services nearby. So because I've already covered most of the concept in tutorial number 4, I'm going to go through this tutorial really fast. I'm not going to explain so much into detail again, but if you miss out anything in tutorial number 4, feel free to go back to tutorial number 4 and look at it again. Because this is a full stack tutorial series, I don't want to miss out this page, even though we have already covered it. So I just want to do it step by step, so that everyone can follow, and then we are always on the same page until the end of series. Okay, so let's get started. As usual, if you haven't downloaded the app, feel free to go to Google Play Store to download the app. Otherwise, let's go to your script, and then we go to the main.py, and then if you run it, this is where we are now. Today we have taxi screen, and we have bus screen, bus stop screen, front layer, back layer, and then now we are looking at this bus services screen. So what we are going to do, as usual, we go to our web-based version, learn.skill.com, tutorial number 7. The step 1, always when you want to create a screen, the first 4 steps are always the same. First thing that you want to do is to create a class. So this class is going to be on the top under the bus stop screen, and then save it. In the main.kv, we are going to include the bus stop screen, which is the next step, step 2, and then the third step is always the same. You add a bus service screen under the screen manager. Bus service screen with the name and ID of bus service screen. Remember to keep keep the same style of doing this, so that you wouldn't be going wrong. And step 4 is under a Kivy folder. We create a bus service screen.kv, and here we are going to create bus service screen.kv, and then we are going to copy all this and paste. So now we have a bus service screen here, and then we have a float layout, and then we will leave a grid layout for the entire backdrop. That is going to take the position of 0.895, and then it's going to take up the total position of 70% of the screen. And then we will have an empty toolbar, which I already explained before, and then we are going to say what kind of bus service number are you looking for. For example, if the person is looking for 190, he's going to type in 190 and search, and then what I want to do is display the route of that particular bus for that person. Okay. ID is bus service toolbar, right action item. For information, you can have left action item, right action item, depends on where you want to have the magnet guide, the button. So I'm going to put a magnifying glass, and then it's going to call a function called bus service search menu on the main.py. At the later stage of the tutorial, I'm going to create this function, and yeah. Then I'm going to have a grid layout, one row of grid layout. I'm going to have my button, back button. You don't need this. Bus stop button, and then bus services button. Okay. Let's see. So this back button is going to be a label button, and then when you didn't click it, the color is going to be the primary color, and then if you click it, the color will change to this hex color code. And then on release, it's going to bring you back to home screen. The other two buttons are going to be bus stop button. The first one is going to bring you to the bus stop screen. The second one is going to bring you to the bus service screen. Remember to save it. Go back here. So under the main.py, under change screen function, we want to say this. So see, we are at the change screen function. Now if the screen name is equal to bus service screen, and then we want to say we want to change the title name, which is this title. This title. We want to change it to bus services, and then we also want to change the toolbar. This toolbar. We want to change the font size to 13 SP, same as what we did for the bus stop search toolbar. Okay. So next we want to add our backdrop into the bus service screen. So as usual, we create a bus service folder so that we can put everything related to bus service inside the bus service folder. So we create a bus service backdrop layout.py. Create a folder, bus service folder, and inside the folder we create our bus service backdrop.py, and then now we will have our script copy paste. So I'm just going to go through pretty quick again about this backdrop. So when we instantiate this bus stop backdrop layout from the main.py, it's going to run this builder.load string. It's going to build this, and then it's going to return it to the main.py. So what is going to be happen here? First, we have a bus stop backdrop class, which is reference to this. And then under this bus stop backdrop class, we will have our MD backdrop. This is fixed. You cannot change the name, otherwise it won't work. But you can put the ID if you want to refer to this. Okay. So when this backdrop is open, when I click this button, I want to call a function called create bus service list widget. So if you did follow my bus stop screen tutorial, the previous three tutorials, you will notice that I create a bus stop list in the map view. I create a bus stop list. One in if the screen name is bus stop screen, and then secondly if the user navigate the map view. Okay, so that is when I update the bus stop list at the back layer. But here I'm doing a second way of doing it. This is a second way of doing it, in which when the user is first come to this screen, I only show the front layer. As the user click this button, I am going to create the back layer. Okay, so yeah, these two ways of doing things. I purposely do this so that there's multiple ways of doing something. In the bus stop version, we create it when immediately we create the bus stop list at the back layer immediately when we are at the bus stop screen. But here we didn't create the bus stop bus service list immediately when we are in the bus service screen, we only create it as the user click this button. Okay, several way of doing it. Okay, when this one is closed, okay, I think this one we can remove to restore nearby bus services. We don't need this. I'll remove it. Title, okay, the title of the backdrop, and then radius left, radius right. Header text is going to be this one, bus services nearby. Okay, so now in this backdrop, you're going to have two layers, MD backdrop back layer and front layer. Then you can put the ID. The back layer, I'm going to call this a container. The front layer, I'm going to call it the front layer. And then you can create your own class here. You can put the name that you want to put. This one is going to refer to this, and then this one is going to refer to this. Okay, so yeah, so the front layer I want to put my map view, and the back layer I want to put my bus service list, which will be covered in tutorial number 9. I want to list down if I have 10 bus services in this map view, I also want to have 10 bus services at the back. So this back layer is going to show what are the bus services that are available, and then where is their start bus station and the end bus station. When you click into it, it's going to show you the full route of this bus from start to the end. Let's say it's going to go through 10 bus stops, it's going to list the 10 bus stop to you. Okay. Okay, cool. Save it. main.py. Let's see where we are. In the main.py and under the onStart function, we also want to instantiate the bus service backdrop and add to the bus service. Of course, when you create this bus service backdrop layout, okay, of course you want to instantiate at the main.py and then add to the bus service screen. So we are going to copy this, and when the app is started on start, we want to do this just like how we're doing for bus stop. Okay, and then import the class. So maybe a little bit explanation here. You can see I call the bus service backdrop layout to run. I call this class instantiate it, and I call it to run. And then I am going to add widget this backdrop into the bus service screen.id.bus service backdrop. Okay, bus service screen. Inside bus service screen, I have a bus service backdrop. I'm going to add the backdrop here. Okay. Save. In the change screen function, this is where we want to add our bus service map view in the next tutorial. But we can first define this front layer. So screen is bus service screen. Okay, our bus service front layer is going to be the backdrop layout.id.front layer. Backdrop layout .id .front layer. Backdrop layout .front layer. Okay. So this one is going to be referring to this. Okay. And then do not forget to create a bus service search pop-up menu. So also we want to create a pop-up menu, this one, which user can click, and then it will pop up a dialog for the user to input the bus service number that he is looking for. So in the bus service folder, create this Python file and then copy this. Whoa, we are almost at the end of the tutorial. So we create a class called bus service search pop-up menu, and this is same as a bus stop search pop-up menu. So as the user click the magnifying glass, this one. Okay, it's going to call where is it? Let's see, Kivy bus service screen. It's going to call this function bus service search menu dot opened. That means it's going to call a function at the main.py, which we haven't copied yet. It's the next one under the main.py. It's going to call this function, call this object. So initially when it's going to be a none, and then on start we are going to instantiate it. So as we click the magnifying glass, it's going to call this, and this one is going to instantiate this search pop-up menu. Okay, of course we need to import it from the top. And then this one is going to open. This one is going to open. This one open. Where is it? Call a function called open, and then this open is going to pop up a dialog, which the title is bus service number, and the text there's a button called there's a button with the text of search. So as you key in the bus service number and search, right, it's going to search for the bus service number they are looking for. It's going to pass what you are typing and then assign it to a service number variable, and then we are going to use this function to search for what you are looking for. And for that we are going to use our total bus services. We actually haven't created these total bus services at our main.py, but we are going to cover in the next video, in which we want to add a map view to the front layer. So what is going to happen is we are going to use the LTA data mode section 2. I believe it's 2.2, in which we are going to use SQL to save all the bus services available. And then this one is going to get all the bus services available in the main.py. And then for each bus service in the total bus services, we are going to check whether the bus service number match with what we are looking for. If yes, then we are going to pass this bus service number to a function called load bus route general. Okay, we haven't created this function in the main.py. We are going to cover that in probably the tutorial 9 or 11. I forgot about it, but don't worry, I will come to that. And if this is match, it's going to stop the for loop break. Okay, so if let's see, so I think we don't need this success. Is it? Do we need? No, we don't need this success function. We don't need this error and failure function. I actually copied it from the bus stop search pop-up menu, but I don't think we need it. I will cut this one out. Okay, save it, and then okay. So it's going to stop here. It's going to match your bus service number with the total bus service number, and if something is matched, it's going to call a function called load bus route general, and it will bring you to the other page. Okay, and then it's going to break the for loop. So don't worry, I will update the web-based version so that when you view it, it's going to be the correct one. Okay, and I guess now we can run it. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. So so now if you click on the bus service screen, boom, now we have the bus service backdrop. So why if I click the down button, it's going to fail, it's going to crash, because we didn't actually create this function yet. Remember, when we click the down button, it's going to call a function called create bus service list widget, but we haven't created this function yet, and that's why it crashed. Don't worry, we are going to do that probably in the next video or the video after that for the back layer. But I think for now, yeah, we have the backdrop. With this search pop-up menu, when you click this, it's going to pop up a dialog. And then as you key in the bus service number and you click search, it's going to bring you to the other screen, which shows all the bus route of this bus service. But we haven't created the load bus route function. So if you key in the bus service number, like for example 169, and search, it's going to crash. It's not going to work until we create a function in the tutorial after this. Okay, don't worry, I will cover that. Yeah, if you have any question about this tutorial, leave your comment below and click the like button, subscribe to my channel, recommend it to your friends, and thank you for continuing supporting me, and I will see you in the next one.